right, so the biggest thing in anything in life is you gotta be intentional, right? So to achieve things, like what am I gonna do today? And you need to plan your day the day before today, or you're too late, right? Like the night before is when you plan tomorrow. So because when you wake up, your mindset is, oh, what do I do today, right? Like that's what most of us think as humans. So if you have your day planned out the day before, your activities, your workouts, I love Kobe Bryant's mindset. So Kobe would get up early at 4 o'clock and he would do 4 workouts in a day when the average person was doing 1 or 2. No wonder he's better than everybody. But in 10 years later, there's no one that can catch his work ethic because he's already done it millions of times more than the next person that hasn't done it yet, right? They say you have to do something 10,000 times to become an expert. Well, think about it if you do it 50 and 60 and 70,000 times, right? Like in that same period. So get to the point where you're extremely intentional with your actions. Ivy Lee method. I didn't even mention Ivy Lee method on my last class. They didn't get nothing like you guys get. You guys get all of it. So Ivy Lee method, Google that. Just look it up in your free time. Write that down. Ivy Lee method. I live by Ivy Lee method and my Google Calendar. My calendar stresses my wife out. She's a school teacher, so she has a calendar, but the school tells her what a calendar is, right? So I'm self-employed, so who has to dictate my calendar? Me, right? So I have things in there like money making movement, the 3 M's. So how many hours a day am I focused on things that are gonna pay income? How many hours a day am I focused on my personal development, my personal growth, my fitness? Those are all things that I do non-business times. You know, I want to focus on my business time, my time to make money during my business hours, not my personal development. I'm not going to be reading a book at 10 o'clock when I'm supposed to be in a meeting with a client, right? I read on my own time, 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, right? That's what I develop. So those are things that are super, super busy. So Ivy Lee method is you're going to write down your 6 top things that you want to accomplish the next day. And you're gonna have a running theme, like it may be you study for a test, it may be a project that's due in a month that you know you're supposed to start now, but maybe you started the night before, like I did with my spinach. Don't recommend that. So those are all things that'll help you stay on top of what needs to get done, and so you can be more productive in all aspects of your life. So my calendar, I talked about that. I have everything down to 30 minutes on my calendar. So intentional with my time, right? I squeeze everything down and compress it so that I can be more productive. As I've grown myself and as I've read books and as I've developed myself, I've been able to compress things really, really tight. Because let's be honest, an 8-hour workday, many of you have jobs and you go work like on a Saturday where you're there all day. Could you realistically probably do the same amount of work in 4 hours if you were really intentional? Probably, right? I mean, let's be honest. You see guys that go to the gym and they sit there on their phone, they're sitting on the bench, and it takes them 30 minutes to do 4 sets. Really? You know what I mean? Like they need to condense their workout, right?